do the solo for My Heart the Hunter. So. Start there. 8th fret bend on the B string, straight up to 10 right away. Come to a harmonic on your G string, 7th fret. Couple loose bends down and kind of slight raise up and gets loose with it. Back to 8th fret bend. We're going to slide into 14 on G, walk up 13, 15 on B. Alright. Come in, walk 13, 15, hit it again, bend it up, release and pull off 13. And come back 15 there, a nice slight bend. Some vibrato there at the end. And we're sliding to 5 on B, up to 5 on E, back to 5 on B. Back to that 8th fret bend on B. Alright, now we're going to go 5, 5th fret, E to B. So 5 on E to B, up to the 8th on B. Then we're going to go 7 on G, 5 on B. 8, 7, 5, pull off on G, down to 7th to D, and then 7, 5 on G. Alright. Harmonic there on the 5th fret of G. And come up here. 9th fret of G, 10th fret of B. Alright. Now start this little fucking number here. 7th fret of G, bend up, release to 5, come down to the 7th on D. Alright, now we're going to do this here. So we're going up to 5 here on the G string, we're going up to 8, pulling off to 7, pulling back down to 5, and then up to 7 on D string. 5, 8, 7, 5, down to 7 on D. Do that 9 times. And the 9th time, you just do a pull off there on that G string, 7 to 5. Alright, so pull off. Slide up here the 10th fret or 9th fret. So slide up there, and we'll go up 8th fret. 8th fret from B to E, back to B to the 10th fret of B. Alright. Alright, it's kind of sticky there. And we're going to start another pattern here. And we're going 8, 12, 10, back to 8. And finish up on the B string on 10. We'll do that 6 times. At the end of the 6th time, so it's 5 on that 6th time, instead of coming down to that 10th fret there, you got pull off there. When you come back and you come to the 10th fret. No, wait, hold on. Do that last 3 pull off there, then you go 10-8, then you bend up on 10. Bend up on 10, and you walk 10-8 on E, down to 10th fret of B. Right? Slide in on G here. G up there to 19. We'll go up 17 on B to E. So from 19 G, 17 B to E. And we're going to start a new picking thing here. Same kind of deal. So we're going from the 17 to E, and we're going 20, 19, 17 on B, down to the 19th of G. And that goes 6 times also, and then the last time. Ah. So 6 times, and then on the 7th time you come in and just abbreviate it. Finish up with 20 on B, 17 on E, back to 20 on B. Alright, so finished up on that B string 20 bend, 20th fret. Alright. Right. Alright. So that's 17 or 20, back and forth on 20, 17B, back 20. Alright. Pick up here with 2 taps there on 17. 20 there on E. Alright, so we're going 17, 20 on B there. Down to 20 on B, up 17 to E, back down to 20 to B. 17, 20 E, down to 20 to B, up to 17 to E, back down to 20 to B. So alright. I'm walking to this little, it's kind of reminiscent of Lay It Down, or whoever came up, whatever, probably an old blues thing here. We're going down 17 frets there of E to B. We're going to go down 20 to 19 from B to G. We're down to 17 B to G. We'll finish up with 19, 17 of G down to the 19th of D. Right? Hope that made sense of that. Then we come back to this kind of same thing we started with. All right. Except for bringing it up to the B box here, up to the B minor. Slide in 7 there on B, up to the 8th or same fret of E, 7th fret of E, back to the 7th fret of B. Build up that 10th fret. Alright. Sliding up, back and forth on 7. Bend up that 10th fret on B. Now we're going to go 7 on E to 10 on B. Alright. I'm going to repeat that same theme we did up here, just down here. So now we're going to go 7th fret of E down to B, same fret. Go to 10 to 9 from B to G. I'm down to what's that? Fucking 7th fret of B to G. And we're gonna go 9 7 on G, 7th fret of D. Alright, that same exact thing. Same slide up and alright, we're gonna come here to the 17th fret of B and the 16th fret of G. And I'm gonna let that first finger drag up with you. You're gonna take that 16th on G and that 17th on B and bend up. And you're gonna release that 15 on, or that 17 on B down to 15. Alright, release that 17 on B down to 15 and then just hammer on back to 17. Not picking that. Alright, so we're fucking around in B minor. That means we can build a fucking pentatonic box on the E on F sharp. That's where we're at up here. Your F sharp Phrygian box there. Anyway, here we go. So, alright, same thing there. And here we're gonna go walk up from B to E on the 17th, on the 7th fret. Now, on this you might want to, however you want to pick that fucker on the B string, but when you come to that E, you might want to rake down. Alright. So we're coming down from that. Starting on the 7th there of B. Up to E on 7. We'll come back down to a hammer on pull off on 7-10 on B. And the same thing we did from before. Anyway. Right there, I'm going to bend up here on 9. Not really, but yeah, a little bend up there from 9 to 7. 9 on G up to 7 on B. And the same thing we did before. I'm going to pull off 10, 9, 7 on G. After that. Pull off 10, 9, 7. G. Down to 9 on D. Back up to the 7 on G. Alright. Alright, same thing. So I did that same. Alright. And then we're going to go up to 13. 13, 12 on B, up to 15. might be a slide up there, I think. Going 13, 12, back to 13. 13, 12, 13, 15, 13, 12, 10. Like I said, there's some slides in there, so something to that effect. And the ending there is do an A minor chord there, just open A, second frets of D and G, open B and E, second frets of D and G, open A. And I'm coming to an F sharp, or an F major, I guess. Grab that third fret of D, second fret of G, first frets of B and E. In between that, you just throw in a G chord. So single note. Single note picked behind it. I have to listen that one out. I'm gonna map all that shit out. But then towards the end, and I think I've already forgot it. There's a little pick part there, tremolo pick at the end after that. Towards the rebuild, towards the build up back towards the fucking chorus, for Christ's sake. So anyway, so it's 5th fret there, up to the 8th fret, and then just grab that 10th and slide up. 17th fret of B. You come down from your E to B on 17. Grab your 20th on B. And there's another little loose part at the end where he picks it a couple of times. I fucking forgot it. Something to that effect around the fucking 17, 20th frets of B and E. My mistake on that right there. I just learned this though a couple days ago, so there's my defense. So alright, that's it.